guys, welcome to my channel. Well, you know what, I was thinking about love, So love has a lot of different definitions for a lot of different people. For some, it is pure passion for their loved ones, for their beloved. For some, it might be an obsession even. But for me, it's a little different, This, for me, is what love is all about. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Ducati Multistrada 950, an adventure motorcycle which is beyond anything that I've ever ridden. It is a beautiful motorcycle to look at, and it is absolutely terrific to ride as well. Now, the Ducati Multistrada might look like a huge motorcycle, and don't get me wrong, it is a big motorcycle. But once you are on it, once you start riding the motorcycle, the weight somehow vanishes, I was a little skeptical because given my height, I'm about 5 feet 7 inches tall. And given my height, I was really skeptical about how would I ride the bike and whether I would be able to ride the bike properly or not. But as I found out eventually in my road trip, it was absolute pleasure to ride. I've ridden the motorcycle a little over 1,000 kilometers in these few days, and over these 1,000 kilometers, I found out that this is one of the most comfortable motorcycles that you could ever ride. Be it the overall power delivery, be it the torque that the motorcycle has, you are at any gear, you just pull the throttle and the bike just pulls like mad, You have to actually ride it to believe the kind of power that the motorcycle has. It has the same engine, 937cc from the Super Sport. It's basically the same engine which develops the same power, but the power delivery has been changed a little so that, it comes more in the low and the mid range so that the bike really pulls hard, the bike really feels faster, and somehow it just feels smoother than the Super Sport S. Maybe it is me, maybe it is my perception, but that is how I have felt, in all these kilometers. I felt that the Multistrada 950 is a much more smoother bike than the Super Sport S. If you're following me, you would know that, a few months back, me and Kenda were in Rajasthan. I was riding the Super Sport S 99% of the time, and this is the first time that, I've ridden the Multistrada 950 majorly. This is the first time that I was on this motorcycle for a better part of 1,000 kilometers. So I thought, I have a fair bit of idea that I can give you an opinion about the Multistrada 950. Now, since it's a big machine, it's a huge machine, you might think that, it is a slouch in the corners. Well, think again. This might look big, and it is big, no doubt. It is heavy at 245 kilos odd weight. But, once you hit the corners, once you are in the corner, you can actually feel the wonderful handling of the machine. The chassis really is nice. Of course, it's a bit heavy, and since the suspension is really long travel, you get a little wobbly at times. It is not your outrightly super bike. It is not a fair machine like maybe the Super Sport S or even the Panigale. But for that matter, for whatever it is worth, this machine is really something which is a kicker, which is awesome when it comes to good handling. I have ridden it on the hills, I've ridden it on straight lines, and trust me, man, this thing performs brilliantly. Now, 113 bhp and almost 100 Nm of torque might not sound all that well on paper, given the fact that these days motorcycles have upwards of 200 horsepower on tap. But I think 113 bhp is more power than you and I can handle. It is more power than normal people can handle, and it is of course more power than anybody would ever need. At least anybody, as in I would ever need. I have been very, very happy with the Multistrada 950. I know I'm not somebody who likes adventure tourer motorcycles, to be frank, but the Multistrada 950 I think has changed that perception in my mind. One other thing which I wanted to talk about the motorcycle are the plush seats. These are beautiful seats. These are big seats, and if you have never been on an adventure motorcycle before, get ready for a shock. You will be treated to utmost luxury. I have ridden for like 300-400 kilometers at one stretch without a single break, and I haven't felt a single pain on my butt. Now that speaks a lot about the seat of the Multistrada 950. Another pertinent question that I got a lot many times from people is the usual, kitna deti hai? If your right wrist is smooth enough, if you are not somebody who likes to rip a motorcycle apart, then you can easily get between 18 and 20 kilometers to a liter. I was on the highway most of the time, so I got about 19 to 20 kilometers to a liter. I know that's tough to believe given the fact that it's almost a 1000cc engine which develops 113 bhp at peak power. But if your right wrist is really smooth, you can actually get pretty decent fuel efficiency. To sum it up, I think the Ducati Multistrada 950 is a lot of fun. I had no idea what I was missing till I rode the Multistrada. Somebody who did not even used to like adventure tours is now completely head over heels with this genre of motorcycle. Thank you, Ducati, for showing me what true love is all about.